Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here, and welcome to another tip, trick, or technique session. In this session, we're going to talk about manual delay approach. So firstly, if you are new to my channel, new to my videos, and you like what you see, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. So manual delay approach. I'm assuming at this stage you probably know how to use a delay plugin, or if you don't, that's fine, you can still use this approach. But most people have probably put a delay effect on something in a song before, in their mix, or even on their guitar, just with a pedal, you know. It's something that's automatically done. Turn it on and you're getting a delay effect. What I'm talking about here is actually making one, making sort of a delay effect manually. Okay, we're not going to use a plugin, we're going to do it manually, and we're going to craft this delay exactly to the way we want it. Now, you might think, geez, that sounds like a lot of trouble. Why the hell would I do that? Well, sometimes certain songs or certain parts of a song that you want to add a delay to, you just can't find a delay plugin or effect that does what you need it to do. You just can't get it right. Now, it could be that maybe the band did not record to a click track, so the timing varies. So you can't set the BPM and have the delay working properly, or it just sounds off because it's trying to do it at a constant BPM and they're fluctuating, so it's not working. It could be that you want a very unique delay effect that you just can't get out of any plugin. You haven't found it, and you really want to do something unique and something weird. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do that manually. Now, obviously, it's up to you to take it to wherever you need it to take it, but I'll show you the concept and how you can do this. And it is something I have had to do before because I've just never been able to time exactly what I want to get done out of a delay, and I've done it manually and it just works easier. But it is a process. It does take a little bit of work and experimentation, but I'll show you how I do it right now. All right, so we're going to start off with a song here that we have a vocal track, and at the moment it is dry and it sounds like this. Okay, now if we wanted to do something interesting on the end here, we could obviously fire up some sort of send to a delay, which might give us this sound. All is good. So if we solve all is good. Okay, so that's a simple one, or we might have a stereo one. All is good. All is good. Okay, so we've established that whatever we're going for in our head is not coming out. We can't get a plugin to do what we want to achieve. So we're going to create a delay effect manually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the track. So we're going to do that to start with. One track. What we want to do is we want to delay or get a repeat on this last word here. So I'm going to delete all of the rest of the audio of this second track, and I'm just going to have this one here. Now, if we bring this in, at the moment, we're just going to have them doubled together. All is good. That's pretty useless, okay? So what we can do now is we move the audio. So let's say we want it to repeat here. All is good. All is good. Okay, might be a bit far away, so let's bring it in a bit. All is good. All is good. Okay, not bad, but it doesn't really have the same sort of it's not really giving us a delay effect because we're getting the same sound. Now, again, we've only got one repeat. So if we want to repeat that again, what if we were to make another copy? All right, so let's trim this up a little bit. Let's make it a little bit nice. Just for neatness here, we'll trim it up. We'll put some fades in, just so we don't take any chance of getting any pops or clicks. And we'll place it like that.
All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, it's not really in the right times.
All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, not bad. What if we go another one? Let's just go 4 for the sake of it.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, our timing is not obviously great here, but as I said, this can be used to create any effect that you want. So you don't even have to have the timing right. You can have the timing any way you like at all. This is the point, is to create unusual effects. But at the moment, it just sounds like the same thing going over and over again. It's not really a delay effect. So the first thing I'd probably do is, okay, let's say that that's the timing we want, but we want it to trail out like a delay. So the next step I would do is adjust the volume. So first off, we might adjust the volume on the entire track. So we don't want it the same level as that. So let's start off by reducing the volume of the entire track.
All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, that's fine, but then all of the repeats are going to be the same level. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the clip gain on each of these. So let's say that's our starting level. I'm then going to reduce the clip gain on the next one, and then even more on the next one, and even more again on the next one.
All is good. 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 And I can't.
And you can repeat that as many times as you want in reducing the clip gain over and over and over again until you get down to basically nothing. You have total control over what you do here. So this is what I'm showing is the advantage of doing it manually. Yes, it takes more work, but you have total control over how you want this to sound. If you don't like the sound of that, adjust some settings. Okay, so what the other thing we might do is we might say, okay, I want it to be a bit duller. It's too bright and we just need to dull it down a little bit. So let's take it down about there. Okay.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, not bad. But what if we said, okay, I want to thin it out as well. I want to get that sort of telephony effect.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, so we could say, all right, I like that, but we need to do more with it. Now, the thing is that we can continue to keep editing on this track here. Or what we can also do is we could duplicate this again and edit on some more. So we could say, okay, I want to adjust the panning. We could either automate the panning or we could say, okay, what I'm going to do is this track here, I want it to pan across to the left and I'm going to duplicate this. And on this one here, I'm going to pan it to the right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate between each part. Okay, so we're going to go our main vocal over to this track, this track, this track, this track.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
All right, so we might go, okay, I'm liking that, but what I want to do is I want to do even more interesting stuff here, and I'm going to reduce the volume down a little bit more. But then on this one here, I'm going to take the volume back up, or I'm going to reverse the process and wind it back up. So we go down, then up.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
So you imagine if you were to do a long sort of break part and you did that and you extended everything over lots of repeats, and you could create your own swell effect with the delays where you delay down and then bring the volume back up and down again. And you could even do filter sweeps and make unusual sounds with it. Now you could even say, all right, I don't mind that, except, okay, but what I want to do now is I've got these delays here, these two here, I'm just going to bounce them so they become new parts. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reverse them. So now we end up with
all is good. All is good. All is good. Excellent. Excellent.
so again, this is not something that's going to be very easy to do with a plugin as such. Now we can mix this up a bit. So let's say, okay, I'm thinking that sounds okay, but what I want to do is I'm going to do something unusual like this. And obviously I'm playing around here. I have no idea what these are going to sound like, but this is the great joy of experimenting with these sort of delays. Is really something that's going to be very hard to play with a plugin, but to do this, you can see how easy it is manually.
All is good. All is good. Excellent. All is good. Excellent.
So now we've got sort of a delay effect style, but we've got different parts. Now we could bring these up and we could start to do different things with them. So we could put on some distortion, or let's do something unusual here. Let's say we put on a vocal synth or something like that.
All is good. All is good. Excellent. All is good. Excellent.
But again, you could take it even further and you could duplicate this track again. And on this one, we remove the vocal synth. And again, we alternate parts.
All is good. All is good. Excellent. All is good. Excellent.
But you might say, okay, yes, but I want that second reverse one to be a vocoder effect.
All is good. All is good. Say, Lord, all is good.
So you can see how weird you can go with this. It's just amazing what you can do here. And you might think, okay, it still sounds a bit sort of pedestrian there. How about we do some more weird stuff here? Or what if you change the patterns? You know, so let's really condense our patterns here. Let's just make these tracks a bit shorter so we can see a little bit more. And again, I have no idea what this is going to sound like because I am absolutely winging this and making this up as we go. And I might want to duplicate all of that and put it, you know, like that. Whatever it is, I don't know.
All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, so that obviously sounds a little bit weird. Let's move that back. How about we get rid of that? Let's move that in there. And you could just repeat that bit over and over again. Something like that.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
And again, you could start adjusting your clip gain on this to get it to sort of fade out, because you might say, okay, I like where that's going, but I need it to fade out more. So let's start adjusting our clip gain on each of these to get them down to where it sounds like it's starting to fade away.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
Okay, didn't really go the volume I was hoping. Let's try a bit more. Okay.
All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good. All is good.
So you can see there, if I had done a few more repeats and really started dropping the volume even more, like really far down. You probably start hearing it fade a bit better.
All is good. 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 And I can't.
So hopefully you can see how easy this process is, but it's also how complicated it is, because you can just go down an absolute massive rabbit hole here and just go on for hours and hours and hours trying to create an effect you want. But as I said, it is the most powerful way to create some very unique delays. If you really can't find a plugin to do what you want to do, then try this out, because this really is simple to do. as long as you think about what you want to do. And even if you don't know what you want to do and you just want to do what I just did and just wing it, try things, see what works, see what doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with that. There's still many more things you could do. You could put a distortion plugin on here and let's just punish it. Okay, let's turn the volume down.
All is good. All is good.
So you can hear we've got a distortion on this track now. And it can be good for just even a simple thing with just one repeat, where you just want a word to repeat somewhere, but it just doesn't fit into any sort of time, doesn't match anything at all, and you just want something. So let's for instance, let's get rid of all of that. Okay, let's put this back into the track.
All is good.
And you just want it to repeat somewhere weird, like here. Just something simple. Or you may want it, let's put it down to this track here where it distorts. We'll drop the volume a bit.
All is good.
And you might want to just do a couple of little ones here. Just
all is good.
Obviously that sounds horrible. It's not in time with anything. I didn't place it in any logical place, and it's just got random effects on it. So you can hear that it just sounds absolutely horrible. But you can get the point of what I'm talking about here, that you can just use it for anything you like. Sprinkle it here, sprinkle it there, whatever. Doesn't need to be a certain delay effect. You don't need to play with automation because I'm duplicating each track. I'm doing nothing in automation whatsoever. So if you don't want automation or you're not good at automation, don't like it, don't need to do it. Just duplicate tracks, chop them up, put parts where you want them to be and get them to play. Put your different processing on each track and bang, you're done. So there you go. That is the manual delay approach, or my way of doing it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Do you use a similar technique? Have you tried doing this before? Have you had to do this before? Let me know in the comments. Love to hear opinions. If you have any questions about it or need any further information, please feel free to put it in the comments. Love to help wherever I can. If you did like the video, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Your support is very much appreciated. Hopefully the video has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.